JW, and I'm doing my usual thing up at the school, and I've got about 10 minutes today, 8 or 9 minutes anyway, before I have to get out of the car and trudge over there. It is pouring rain today. It's been pretty much soaking all day, and it's probably the worst. Not probably, it's worse to be outside for extended periods of time when it's raining over any other weather event, in my opinion. I can take the heat, I can take the cold because you can dress for it, and the snow, it is what it is. But when it's pelting rain and you're just standing out there, and they give me the gear. I got a really nice raincoat that, pretty much neck to toe, pretty much. It's down to my ankles, I guess. And so, I can stay reasonably dry. But, there's something about standing there with the rain coming down and it's dripping off your hat. I don't know. You feel like a Sadsack, okay? That's what I feel like, a Sadsack, when I'm standing up there. Because it's, even when people come by, and they give you the horn, beep the horn, and usually I wave with a big smile, and I don't get out too much of a smile on these days. But, so I was thinking about that, and it's been like that. I've been in other situations in my life where I've had to stand for real long periods of time. Like when I was in the military, we would have guard duty, and in the military, you don't have a nice raincoat like I'm wearing right now. They give you a poncho, which is designed if you're out on a camping trip or something. It really didn't help all that much. And other than that, the military gave you pretty good gear, pretty warm, pretty thorough, and well put together. But at least when I was in, the rain gear was pretty lousy. And I remember where I was on guard duty once for 8 hours, and you have to stand in a certain spot, much like a police officer on a detail, I would imagine. You have to stand in a certain spot for 8 hours. You get your rifle, and you have to walk back and forth. I think I was looking out for one of the buildings. I forget exactly which building it was, but it was one of the military buildings on the base. And so, I remember how miserable it was, and it was bad enough. The boredom factor alone was miserable. But if you had a day like today where it was pouring rain, and we'd get those types of days, types of weather where it'd be that damp, cold rain, and when you're out in it for 8 hours, boy, it gets right into your bones. Really, you have to take a long hot shower when you get back to the barracks after that duty, because like I say, it went right through your bones. And so this is the worst day to be a crossing guard, or anyone who works outdoors for that matter. Most construction people, when it's weather like this, they cancel them. So they don't usually they don't have to be out there digging holes in this type of nonsense. So, but this job, if the kids go to school, I got to be here. So I'm not complaining. It's just it is the one part of the job I don't enjoy, is standing in the rain. And not that I have to do it for that long, fortunately, but even a half hour in the rain is, you can get pretty drenched. And when I go home tonight, I'll throw all my clothes in the dryer and hop in the shower and take a nice warm shower, and you feel a lot better after that. But a friend of mine, the guy that works with me actually on this job, he's a retired police officer, and we were kind of discussing that today, this type of weather, And he said, I had friends who used to say, hey, I'd like to get one of those details. You cops got it made. And he said, I used to tell them, get up early in the morning, walk out to your mailbox, and stand there for 8 hours, and then get back to your house. It's not an easy gig, okay? It looks easy, and they do make pretty good money for sure. But you know, the boredom factor alone is a killer. But with me, I don't get bored on this job because there's always something to do, whether I'm, you know, talking to one of the mothers or the kids, or always seems like there's something going on. And I've got a long walkway up to the school, and if I get out, you know, sometimes I get to my post 10 minutes early, so I'll if it's a nice day, you know, I'll just keep walking up and down the path and get my steps in. I got one of those Fitbit watches, and I try to get 25,000 steps a day. And my initial goal when I bought it was, I heard about this 10,000 step thing, so that was my initial goal. But I walk every day for 2 hours a day, so you know, I was killing that. The first hour and a half, I had my 10,000 steps in. So I set new goals, and 25,000. And today I think I got just about 10 miles now. And by the time I get home, I'll be walking around here. I'll have probably another mile. I'll have 11 miles. And by the time I go to bed tonight, I'll probably have 12 miles. And the closest, I haven't hit 13 miles yet with it, but I came to 12.83 miles. And so one of these days I'll shoot for that 13-mile mark. And so yeah, it's fun to have one of those. I don't know if you got any of you guys have that watch, but it's kind of fun to see what you're doing for the day. And but anyway, I thought I'd jump on and tell you one of my war stories. But always good talking to you folks. I hope it's dry where you are, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.